Hi, how you doing, LeBron?
How am I doing? Well, my notes are literally upside down, as you can see. So for the whole duration of the show, we're going to be called Thoughts Messy.
Thoughts messy.
So-
Thoughts messy. I like that.
Yes.
What you been up to this week?
What have I been up to this week? Working, staying out of the heat. Honestly, not too much. I've just been like trying to get through this August.
You all right?
I'm fine.
Okay.
The world around me is chaos. They're locking bitches up in the state capitol. They're doing things that are not okay. The news is awful. So I'm just like, let me get through my week. I did have to order Domino's recently. So that's how you know how I'm doing.
I need to start watching the news more. I'm so checked out of the news. Like, I have so many things going on, like, in my day-to-days. And I'm just like, I do not check into the news.
Please tell me how that's like. What is it like waking up into like complete, forbid my word, ignorance? Like just waking up and just not knowing what's going on in the world. I wish I was that girl.
Just don't watch The View. Like you like to watch The View.
Well, first of all, The View is off in July and in August, and they come back in September. And so this is why I am doing this, so I get the placement on the new season of The View.
Do they just like take a break? Like how does that work?
They always go through hiatus in July and August. Well, they go halfway through July, and then in August they're always gone, and they come back in September the second week, and that's the same time Wendy Williams would also come back. So it was the best week of my life, but only The View comes back now. So,
but do you watch The View like its entirety, or do you watch it like just clips? Because every time I see The View, I just watch the clips. I never watch the whole show.
First of all, I used to pay $80 a month for YouTube TV just so I can record The View, and immediately upon walking home, placing my bag down, and then I immediately turn it on. Like that's my routine. I get home from work. That
has never been my MO with The View. The only person I like to really watch from The View is Whoopi, of course, and then Joy Behar. I like hearing Joy's accent. Her accent is so.
What? What are they doing over there?
But you know who did it really funny is when remember when RuPaul and Joy was like going at it when she
back in like 1997 when RuPaul came.
Yes.
Yep.
And what did RuPaul say to Joy? She was like, "You got to take fashion advice from somebody."
I would take. He called her Butch, or something called someone Butch. I think he called her Butch, and she said, "Why did you call me Butch?"
If I'm a butch, you're a bitch, or something like that.
You're a bitch. And then she was like, I don't want to take fashion advice from you.
And then that pause, and like, well, you better take it from somebody.
Yeah. It was very catty, very morning talk. It was very that. But I love The View. I like all the iterations of The View. I like the early View with, I don't know who.
Rosie O'Donnell?
No, well, that's later, but still. With Elizabeth Hasselbeck and Rosie O'Donnell, and then Rosie left, and they brought in Whoopi. That was by far. Like, there's only a few things in the universe I know were exactly correct. And I know the hiring of Whoopi Goldberg to be on The View is one of the most perfect moments that's ever happened on the planet ever. And she's been on there for like almost 20 years at this point. Like, what would Whoopi's career have been if she was on The View? It's probably been big, and she has all these accolades.
I mean, Whoopi is still big now. Like, we can't, like, not discrediting what you're saying, but Absolutely. Whoopi is still Whoopi without the.
Whoopi is Whoopi Goldberg. And there'll never be another Whoopi Goldberg, to be fair. But like to have her
she doesn't have no eyebrows.
We'll have her on television screens from Monday to Thursday every single week for the last 20 years. I mean, she used to do Monday through Friday. But then they came to her and said, hey, Whoopi, we want you to continue doing the show. She said, bitch, I don't want to do the show. I want to get out of here on the weekends. And they said, okay, we'll give you Friday off. And Whoopi was like, okay.
See, I'm not the connoisseur of The View, so have at it, baby.
I know all of that. And then when they... last thing about The View, when they fired the entire cast, including Joy Behar, and they brought in Raven Simone, Michelle, I can't remember her name. There's a few other people they brought in, and like it was just the most chaotic season of all time. That's when we got the Kelly Osbourne, like, Donald Trump, if you're gonna deport all the immigrants, who's gonna clean your toilets? I mean, in the sense that, and then Kelly Osbourne was never heard from again. Rosie Perez was like, that's not the right way.
I think Kelly Osbourne like put Ozempic like on the map? No shade.
She did. I mean, she's a small little woman. She's a girl. Is she
still?
I think so.
I don't follow her either.
Well, you know, her father passed recently. So like I was looking at the pictures, and they were going to like the funeral, and I'm pretty sure like the mom was very still cosmetically done, which love it for you, Sharon. The son was like the son, and then it was like skinny Kelly Osbourne, which like cunt. Like you got money.
I didn't pay attention to that. I was like, all right, next, what's for lunch?
No, Kelly Osbourne is fine. The View is so good though. The View is so good. So I do miss it in September. It will be back. We'll get there.
Yay for the View. Yay for the View.
How has your summer been, Beej?
tiring. I'm tired. I hope my energy's not low this week because I'm really tired. I'm just
listeners love you anyways. What are you talking about?
I appreciate that, but no, I'm back playing volleyball because of my knee. Well, actually, I have an MRI tomorrow, so let's fingers crossed on that.
Okay,
but no, it just with this episode. I mean, with this show going on, like there's just a lot of different maintenance to do. So it's trying to like navigate that with your personal life, and it's a lot going on. But I enjoy it. It's a stressor that I do not mind welcoming.
Yeah. It's a welcome experience. You come here, we get to talk and yap and see Keller,
which I love,
and do the things. You do have to kind of bring like your energy to it. But sometimes if you're feeling a different kind of ways, that's fine. Who also is feeling a different kind of way?
Who?
The summer, all of it, the whole fucking thing.
I love the summer though. Like
like this summer?
I love it. I mean, summer in general, I just like it. It is what it is.
I just think this is like just a weird summer, just because like
why?
Culturally, on the larger landscape of things, none of us have been able to agree. There's been no box office hits. What movie did you and your friends all go see at the movies?
I don't go to the movies like that.
You went to see Barbie.
When did Barbie come out, fool?
Like Barbie came out in 2023.
The last movie I went to was the one that we all went to go see, Wicked, and Wicked came out in November.
And we will be seeing for good this November.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna watch that one, and then I'll be done. Like I haven't seen Wicked.
But you haven't seen anything this summer.
No.
Have you seen Megan too? Like the little Megan girl? I didn't see it either.
I don't like going to the movies unless I'm in the theater by myself. Because people be talking, and I don't like talkers. Like when we was up in, when we saw Wicked, y'all was doing a lot of singing. And I don't like singing like that. I don't even like musicals like that. And the only part I really liked about Wicked was the very end when Cynthia Erivo did her big number. Like that was pretty.
Defying Gravity.
I will say I was truly impressed with Ariana Grande's performance. But I had to remind myself, Ariana Grande is a trained actor. Like they are not just a
Nickelodeon
singer.
Girl.
I forgot that she did that because you remember she had her Nickelodeon days, and then she
Sam with the red hair we love back in the day.
I forgot about that. It's on Victorious, right?
She was a supporting role.
Ooh, I think there was some shade with that too. Because I think when that show was out, the girl who played Victoria, and now this is allegedly the speculation. I do not know.
We love speculation.
I do not. I don't know, but I think there was like some tension because on the show, Homegirl was like, she was that bitch, like because it's her show, and then
number one.
Yes, and then. She treat her co-stars any kind of way, and then Ariana Grande came out with that one song like I love. Wait, what?
I love that. No, that's
the wrong melody. Wrong melody. Wrong melody. No, what's the? Oh my gosh, she had that same beat. Who did she do it with? She did it with that one white man who be rapping.
Mac Miller.
No, he passed away. Remember, she wrote a song about him like "Thank You Next."
Sean, Sean.
No, he's still alive, baby.
He's Pete.
All right, y'all know who we're talking about. You know who we're talking about. But anyway, so I forgot that Ariana Grande is a trained actor. Mm-hmm. Like, that was her thing. And so then when she got casted for Wicked, I was just like...
But if you're a deep lore Ari fan, if you're deep in it, like if you've been a ponytail since 2014, you absolutely...
A ponytail?
you absolutely know that ponytail has been wanting that fucking role of Kristen Chenoweth's Glinda forever. She will sing it whenever she's trying to. When she on her tour, she'll sing it, or she'll sing it like in rehearsals or in little videos or little snippets on her Instagram. Oh,
so she's been destined to play that role of Glinda.
It's been something that's been in the works since she was like 7. Like she's been really wanting to, keeping her eye on it. Amanda Seyfried.
Who?
Amanda Seyfried from Mamma Mia. From
who?
Oh, Mean Girls. Mean Girls. There's 3 Mean Girls, right?
Yes.
There's a main bitch with the boobs.
There's Regina George.
Yeah, and there's a curly hair with the secrets. And then there's the other one who can tell the weather with her breasts. That's Amanda Seyfried. That's Amanda Seyfried.
I did not know that was her name.
That's her name.
Okay, she was in the movie. She wasn't in the movie.
No, she also has been doing this, like, I Want to Be Glinda for the last 10 years.
Yikes.
She auditioned like 3 or 4, 5, 6 times. They were like, girl, it's come down to you and this other girl. And
they didn't tell it was Ariana.
And then on press Monday morning, they said, Glinda is Ariana Grande, and Amanda Seyfried somewhere crying.
Yikes.
Crying.
Yikes.
I know, right?
Where is she though? Is she still grabbing her
Amanda
boobs?
Seyfried's still with us?
No. I know she ain't dead.
She's not like Ozzy. She hasn't gone. I think Amanda Seyfried has at least a couple movies coming up. Don't worry about her. She has a good box office.
What's the last thing she did?
And 2 did
What's
really
the last thing she did?
Ooh, Keller, can you look that up? I don't know. What was the last time?
She was
Nothing that I've seen. She was not in Barbie.
I can't remember her in any other. You said Barbie?
She was not in Barbie.
Everybody named Mama was in Barbie.
I was like, any white woman was in Barbie.
Ooh. Not Black Barbie or President Barbie. That was Issa Rae.
Yeah.
That was Issa Rae, which we're gonna talk about her a little later too. We're gonna talk about her just a little later. A little later.
That clip too.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Oh my god.
I saw a little bit of it. I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw a little bit of it. We'll get there.
Speaking of TV shows, did you watch King of the Hill growing up at all?
Growing up, I watched it religiously.
All right. Luann was my favorite character. Bobby and Peggy. You know, the confidence of Peggy Hill.
I love Peggy.
I would love to have her confidence. Peggy Hill has confidence out of this world.
Absolutely.
And she's dead ass wrong. But don't give a damn.
Well, she's married to a man who sells propane. So that has to be a certain type of
accessories.
Propane
I said
accessories.
that is not even his accent.
That was in your DNA. That was kind of scary.
Shut your
like
girl.
you were like you had to say the propane accessories.
Yeah,
That's how you know you're a King of the Hill fan.
I am. Leave me alone. I like Bobby Hill.
What are the four men that stand by the fence and drink?
All right.
There's King of the Hill, which whatever his name is.
Hank Hill.
Hank.
He said there's King of the Hill. He said there's King of the Hill. That's the
like
show.
Victorious. Like Victorious.
Anyway, there's Hank Hill. There's Bill Dauterive, the one that's in love with Peggy, which is
in the new season or
no, he's been in love with Peggy.
Ooh, messy
and gross. Anyway, so Bill Dauterive, there's Boomhauer, the one who speaks like the gibberish. Yes,
he's my favorite. I think he's my favorite.
You know, you look like Bobby Hill.
Just kidding. That meme where Bobby's in his room with the incense burning and he's at legs crossed and he's like doing this. I do that every day.
Don't look like Bobby Hill. Bobby Hill looking ass. Oh, this way. I'm just kidding. And then there's Dale. Dale, they annoyed me. Like, only person who didn't annoy me probably was Boomhauer, because Boomhauer didn't. He talked, but you didn't know what he was talking about.
He didn't talk.
But anyway, so the new season is out, and you have not caught up with it at all.
I know Brittany Murphy's gone, R.I.P. So she's not going to be the cousin, the
Luann.
Luann, she's gone. I mean,
but there are a few characters from the show who have passed away, but they found voice actors which were terrible. Really, it's noticeable. It's really bad.
I don't like it when they. I appreciate when they bring back things to redo, but like if some iconic voices or iconic people are not going to be involved, Kim Cattrall's Sex and the City, then you probably should not do the whole series. I'm just my opinion.
Well, I think so. The guy who played Khan Supanusampon, he is actually not Laotian. He was a white man. I mean,
it was like 1995.
Yeah. That was the norm to
do.
The
Simpsons
back
went through that with Apu. Like, yeah.
And then now, like, in this age, they're like, no, if you're going to cast someone or whatever, you need to get that person who is of that descent. Which, fair. Like,
or at least send someone a check. That's the bare minimum.
Someone to check.
You can keep the actor and send someone else a check. And they can stay home and enjoy it. I mean, hey, that's what I would do. But
so the person who is playing Khan's voice, terrible. Like, it's like a Splenda version of it. Actually, no, because Splenda's actually good. No, it's not good. It's not good.
It's not good. Okay.
No. And the person who plays Dale, same thing. It's like, it's so noticeable. It's like, it wasn't cute. I didn't care.
Is it enjoyable to like turn it on, just kind of like catch up with the characters? Yes. Are they like jumped ahead in time, or is it like where they left off?
In today's.
Hell.
Like Bobby is full on grown. Who? Bobby Hill, full on grown.
Is he living at home?
No. He lives in Dallas.
Where's King of the Hill from?
So I did not know this, but Arlen is like based on a suburb out of Dallas. I think like if we had to Denton. Arlen. Oh, it isn't?
Ew.
I thought Arlington was big though.
It's semi-big.
Is it?
That's where I grew up.
You grew up in Arlington?
Yeah, girl.
I thought you grew up in Dallas.
If you don't know where Arlington is, I say Dallas. If you say Arlington,
it's right in the middle. So there's Dallas,
Fort Worth, there's Irvin, and then there's Arlington.
Oh, I was gonna say Dallas, Arlington, and then Fort Worth.
They're called mid-cities because they're not remarkable. So you just call them mid-cities in between Fort Worth and Dallas.
Well, anyway, that is where it's based off like, a city like close to, because they drive to Dallas a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay. I say give it a listen, because
I'll catch up. I want to see where Bobby is. I want to see where
I want to talk about it now, though.
Talk about it.
No, because I don't want to spoil it.
Spoil it. What's your favorite part?
I will say that Bobby is not the person who I thought he would be, because Bobby was like a pioneer to me. Like he was he was so outspoken. He was okay with being fat. He was flamboyant, but he wasn't really gay. You know, like he loved trying on wigs, and I love putting on wigs. So
he was like that fun character. I feel like every show has that like one character who can like do almost anything. Like in Family Guy, it's Stewie. In American Dad, it's Roger. In this show, it's Bobby.
And Luann. Luann was such a...
Oh, don't even... Brittany Murphy dying is my Roman Empire. It is literally the moment I can trace everything that's bad happening in this world back to, but I won't even start.
Was she in Jawbreakers?
What the hell is Jawbreakers?
You don't know what that...
Are you talking about Ed, Ed, and Eddie?
No, it's an actual movie called Jawbreaker. You know,
I don't know that movie.
I'm over here acting like I've seen the movie. I ain't seen the movie, but I think it's a movie called Jawbreaker. It came out like I think the late 90s or early 2000s. Never mind, because I'm trying to think of something different that Brittany Murphy was in. That's the only thing I know her was in.
She was in My Little Black Book. She was in something about a babysitter.
Nope.
She was in Clueless. She's like,
wait.
She's the one that says you're a virgin who can't drive.
Oh, so she wasn't the girl who got the makeover. That was not her.
She was the girl who got the makeover. She was a new student. They were like, come over here, Ty. And they were like, yeah, this is really cool. And then they went and dyed her hair, gave her a little like montage moment where they gave her clothes. They learned how to drive. And she was like, and then she was popular at the end.
My favorite character from Cher actually was the redhead girl.
Oh, the con, baby. She's the girl in class that like she's only there because this is government mandated and she must graduate to go do New York, LA, Milan. Yes. Like she's the girl who's gonna go places. She doesn't give a fuck about you.
I don't really need Dion. I love that we got representation for like chocolate black
Stacey
girls
Dash like that.
No, I am doing Stacey Dash like that. You know, she ruined Dion's character for me.
Literally.
But Dion could dress. All of them could dress.
The whole movie is wonderful and perfect.
Did you watch the show?
Until you get to the stepbrother, I love you, we're gonna fall in love at the very, very end.
Ooh, I don't remember that, and I don't want to know nothing about that.
What?
Gross.
The brother, he's like her dad. It's his second marriage. He had her who was Cher, and then he had a brother who was older, so it was her half brother, and then he came to live with them during the summer, and then she kind of fell in love with him.
So their blood.
Half.
No. Their blood.
If I have my story straight, which correct me in the comments, I do believe
they will.
Believe they're half.
They sure will.
Listen, you could do whatever you wanted in the 1990s. Apparently, the 1990s were like rules. None of that. Movies?
What are those? What are those?
We're not gonna put this into a depository somewhere where someone in 20 years can come back and be like, "This is weird. This is weird." Great movie though.
Clueless.
Rolling with the homies.
I need to rewatch it. Okay, so you need to catch up on.
Can I get an edible and we just sit down and watch it?
Let's do it.
But I don't do it with the mic.
We got to be at the house because the last time was you out there when I had an edible? And
no, maybe, but I don't think I remember most of it. I was heavily drinking at the time.
I don't think you were. We went to the Coconut Club and I was just out there
You were sleepy.
I was zooted, hooted, ready to toot it.
Yeah. No. That's the thing about edibles is you can't do a wrong edible. You can't do like an indica or a hybrid if you're not you don't know what you're doing.
I thought I was a G. I was like, I can do this because my friend who supplied me with the treats, he was like, just take half. I'm like, I don't need no goddamn half. I can take this whole thing.
Last famous words on an edible.
At the Iron Bear, just like. I was looking at Dylan and Zion. I'm like, do I look okay? No, I was like, do I look okay?
You have like a bag under your eyes. You're sweating. One eye is rolling back.
Dylan was like, you going through it, H. I'm like, because they would be talking, and let's just say for you and Keller was talking, I would be in the conversation 3 seconds later. I don't know what we talking about.
You forget everything.
I'm just like, hey, what are we talking about?
It's because you get trapped up in your own mind and the world keeps going and then you're like, bitch, what are you guys talking about? It's actually really funny to come into a conversation during that. So like, you're like, bitch, what?
If I was at home, perfect. I would have been in the bed. I probably would have had my do-rag on, had a nice little robe on. I probably wouldn't have been drinking.
There's nothing like an edible on a weekend. We have nothing to do.
Yes.
Oh, there's nothing
But I don't do edibles like, I don't like to do edibles the way that y'all do. Like it.
Y'all?
Yes, you.
Sorry, listeners. That was loud.
They don't do it for me. Do they do it for you?
Absolutely. Like if I know,
and I don't smoke.
If I need to clean my home, like, and it's going to be like a 6-hour ordeal from noon to 6.
Wait, why are you trying to clean for 6 hours?
Because I don't clean very often. It's not like a Saturday and I need to clean now.
Oh, wait,
I need to clean the bathroom. I need to clean the upstairs. I need to clean the stairs.
You did talk about this. You did talk about the living arrangements between you and the other. How y'all are
my familia.
I love that. No. I love that. That's gonna be your familiar. That's gonna go. You're familiar. I don't have a familiar yet, but we can find me one.
We can find. What did you name him? You said like Ty something.
What were you talking about?
A couple episodes ago, you were naming what you wanted your man to be called. But I'll have to get back to that.
Did I really?
Yes. I want to say one thing. My friend got up my ass this week because I did not say her name on the podcast. So, hi, Jackie. How are you? So, one time we went to Denver.
Wait.
And Natalie.
One more time. One more time so they can hear. Say that name.
Hi, Jackie. How are you? Jackie and Natalie, my sisters from another mister. I have a tattoo that's of them. That's not what we're talking about today. So it was like my 25th birthday or 26th birthday, one of our birthdays. We drove up to Colorado and like we went to a dispensary and I was like, oh my God, you can buy legal weed. This is so amazing. Mm-hmm. And I went inside and got a little chocolate bar.
Okay.
It was an edible.
Can you buy a lot of edibles there or do you have to is there like a limit?
There's a limit. And it's like basically getting like 10 items basically. If you do the math, they're all worth like 0.1. And so if you add up to 1, then like you can get 10 items.
Okay, one more thing before you continue.
Yeah.
So when you buy this stuff, like, can you travel back with it like on a plane? Because I know you're going to
legally,
you're going out of town.
What I'm about to say is no. But if the wheels of your car, if your wheels of your car continue for several 10, 14 hours and you end up at your home, whatever's in your car is whatever in your car.
But what if you're on the plane?
Okay, so this one time.
Oh. Don't incriminate yourself.
I'm saying hypothetically. I know a person. Okay. I know the person who may or may not be me.
That looked like Bobby Hill.
Girl, put it in your check. Put it in your check.
Got it.
Even if you're about to carry on and you have a free little credit card, you can check that bitch. Throw that bitch in the.
Okay.
And they don't care. TSA literally is like, bitch, we do not care. What do we do when we go home? We smoke too. So like, don't worry about it. But like, if they catch you, girl, they can give you a little ticket.
So hypothetically, when you go to this place that may have some edibles, how about you go look around and go a little shopping, bring some things back, and then we can just take a little on the podcast.
You mean season 2, episode 1? That'd be a fun little intro. But anyways, so Jackie and I went up to Denver.
Sorry.
And she'll know exactly what I'm talking about, which is, it's very shameful. So we went inside, and this is like very early days of like weed being legal. So I didn't know that like when you bought an edible, if it was like a whole block of edibles, you're supposed to cut it into like 10. Like there's 5 blocks and 5 blocks, like a Hershey's bar. But girl, so I was like, I'm trying to get a little turnt today. It's my birthday. It's someone else's birthday. Whatever, we're gonna go out. So I ate the entire chocolate bar. When I say I ate it, and I did it confidently, like fully was like the way I just ate those candies a little while ago, exactly like that. So we go to this Thai restaurant and we're sitting down and we're eating, and like it just hits me all at once because it's 10 times the what you're supposed to take.
It's a wild rush when it finally does kick in, and you're just like, whoa.
And like an edible is slow release, right? So when it hits you, it's only gonna get worse for a little bit.
It's not like liquor. It's not like liquor.
It's not. So I remember looking at the brick wall they were sitting next to. We were having this conversation, and I don't know what I said because I blacked out after like maybe 10 minutes of sitting at that table. But I remember reading my friend to filth. I don't remember.
Wait, which one? Jackie.
But what I don't remember what I said, but when I came out of my blackout, she was like, "You're being a real asshole," and then she like got up and left, and we had to like pay the check and all that. It was like a very dramatic like thing, but like I should not be allowed to take that much edibles. I was like, this is a lot.
So what you said last time on the podcast, like, if you get a little lick in your system, you be texting everybody, you be acting silly and crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
So what you're telling me and what you're telling everyone on the call is that if you get any kind of substance in your body, you have that loose. If you give me oh, it's my birthday, I don't give a fuck, and you give me a little liquor, a little something, absolutely, I'm gonna act out. Okay. I remember that. I'm able to control myself in this elder age of myself, but like when I was 27, you didn't give a damn. Oh, girl, you didn't give a damn. No, I would literally go to Rain. Like I would go out, whatever, and then at 1:30 a.m. I go to the back of Rain, which is a club here in Austin, and I would get a Long Island iced tea. And I would be like, Texas, which is the name of the bartender at the time. I said, Texas, make that a strong Long Island iced tea. And he would fill that bitch up and then skirt of Coke. And then I remember sipping it and it was gone. Ooh. So like back in the day. You better than me, baby. Back in the day, I would really go there. I'm better in this age. As you should be. You know what? That's gross. I love it for you. Keep it up. But if you do have a slip up, I'm not going to stop you. I will be there. I'll have a slip up. That one thing about Nicholas, he's gonna. Oh, LeBron. I'm like, who was there? Who was there? He's gonna. That's my alter ego. Alter ego. By Doja. Are you going to her concert? She canceled. Why?
Sorry, she canceled 3 festivals that were going on this weekend. Like, she just did Outside Lands.
Okay.
And then there was supposed to be a Friday festival, a Saturday festival, and a Sunday festival, all different festivals. And she dropped out of all 3 of them.
I don't care. I'm talking about her concert that she just been promoting.
Oh, no, I don't know. When is that?
Ooh, now you catching me off.
Is it at the arena?
No, so she has a date in Houston, but I think it's like in October. I think it's Halloween Day or.
Oh, I would love to go to a Halloween concert.
Them tickets though, I think were like $400
for Doja. For
yes.
what? For floor? Where when
are we? I looked it up, and y'all please correct me if I'm wrong, but when I looked, it was like general admission.
I can do a floor general admission. I can do a GA. You do have to stand the whole time.
And I don't like that. That's why when I left the Kaytranada concert, I was like, okay. Do you like Kaytranada? Do you even know who that is?
I don't know who that is. I probably know the songs.
He's almost like a Calvin Harris. Like, you know, he like produces the music and gets the beats together, and then somebody else will like sing on it. Like that's Kaytranada.
I love that. No, I don't know who that is.
I went to his concert. He had one here at the the Waterloo Center, the amphitheater.
Oh, yep, the outside one.
And so I was out there with my friend, and we were having a good time, and we got there really early because it's general admission. If you don't have a seat, you know, you gotta.
Ooh, in the lawn too. Woo! The lawn is crazy.
We got there at 7 o'clock, and Kaytranada did not come on to like 9:45, 10. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm old. I'm elderly. I was like, I was telling my friend I was like, I gotta go. So I was leaving. Kaytranada came on. I stayed for like maybe 3 songs in the back, just dancing and giggling, and I was like, I'm coming, just leave. So I parked at the parking garage.
The garage that's right there.
I'm like, why didn't we just stay here?
Yeah, so it's just, I'm gonna describe this for the listeners.
Please do. I was pissed.
So when you show up, there's this big ass garage, and you're like, okay, girl, I gotta park $20, whatever. So you get down, and you get to the
$5.
Oh, it's
$5. Yes, it was $5.
Lovely. So you park there, you go inside. They take your bag that you can't take anything that's not clear. It's a whole shebang. So you go inside. You may get rained on. It's outside. It's whatever. But
every drink is like $30.
Everything's expensive, and it's crowded as hell. They cram people into that venue, but all the smart girlies are watching from the parking garage.
They
never
parking
bought
garage.
a ticket.
You can bring snacks. You can bring liquor. You
can bring your weed. You can bring edibles.
You can bring your sneaky link. Y'all can have a lot of sneaky links stuff going on up there. You can have one on every fucking level.
That's what that CEO and his HR director should have done. Gone into the parking lot and not been seen.
Okay.
And they could have had a great time in the Silverado, whatever he drives.
Isn't Callie Uchis coming back here?
Don't talk to me about it.
I'm going to talk to you about it.
First of all, she came to the outdoor theater, and now she's in the indoor theater. We love a come up. Second of all, tickets.
Whoa. So she is going to be in the Moody Theater?
She's in the inside Moody Theater, yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, same place for SZA, Katie,
Lizzo
and everybody. Absolutely.
Lizzo status.
She's doing what? The Sincerely Yours tours. Lovely. But I did look at pricings.
It's expensive?
They're so expensive.
I remember your familiar had asked me to go to... your familiar had asked, like, hey... What you think about going to Callie Uchis? I'm like, it's standing up. I love Callie, but I don't know if I like her that much to be standing.
Oh, years ago or recently?
It was a while ago.
Yeah,
maybe like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But you know what? At that Waterloo Center, they do have outdoor seating, which I would be okay with that.
They do.
And it's, I think you get a good look of it. I don't need to be up front. Because that's where all the crazies are. That's why people like you be.
That's what I was going to say. The tickets for her this time are $450 for like the first couple of rows. I mean, obviously $1,000 for the first row, but like if you're going to be on row 4, I'm paying $400, girl.
Can you, if you're okay with this, can you disclose how much you pay for Beyonce?
For 2 tickets for Beyonce, my first ticket was $300, so I got on a steal. My second,
but where were you sitting?
100's row 3, and then this time it was $1,100 for 2, so it wasn't that bad. Is that $600?
$1,100 for 2. Okay, so for
$550. That's not bad.
I don't know. I don't go to concerts. I don't go to concerts, and so
that's the going rate now. They used to be like 150, 200, where you can get like 100s. No, girl. Like you're gonna pay in the 400s if you want to be.
Because before Renaissance, Beyonce did Formation. That was her. The Formation.
Yes.
I was on the floor and I paid $250 for that.
Yeah.
So when I hear these prices about how much tickets are, I'm just like,
nosebleeds are $150.
And I want Doja, I want Callie Uchis, I want anybody who is an artist. If you're putting your shit out there, charge what you want. But goddamn.
The thing is, and this is what I do. Go to SeatGeek.com, create a new account. They will send you a 25% off coupon immediately upon signing up. Always do a new account. And then you can get it with like $10 off the price. There's like a limit. Like always get a new account. Always buy the day of. I'm probably gonna Callie. Even though they're $400, I'm gonna look into the day.
Oh, so you are gonna go?
Problem. If they go up, no. But if they slightly go down at any level, I will be going.
Okay. I mean, you let me know how it is. I will not be there. But you can take pictures and I'll watch the story.
If tickets are low enough, I might be
put it on the Messy Pod Instagram, put it on the TikTok.
Oh, absolutely. Hear that, IRS? Don't check my expenses, okay? Love you.
All right. Now, I do think we should take a break right now.
Okay.
All right, let's take a break. All right, everyone. So it is time now to get to the mess. So there is a channel on YouTube, and it is Jubilee.
Yep,
Jubilee,
shout out.
Have you ever watched any of their other videos other than the one that we are about to discuss now?
I watched one in January, and I don't remember what it was, but it was something around conservative, liberal, or something like that. And they were going back and forth. I remember tearing my eyes out. I was like, this is a lot, but it's basically there's one person that goes against 20 people, right?
Well, that's just one of their shows. They have many shows. Jubilee is the
I did
channel.
not know that.
Yes, Jubilee is just the channel, and then they have different shows that you can get into.
Okay.
I think they're, and I may be wrong, but I don't know. There's one show is let's see who is. I guess the gay person in the room, there'll be 10 of them or 5 of them.
Oh,
and
you
then,
have to guess?
So there'll be one person who is straight, and then all the rest of them are gay, and so they're trying to figure out who's the outlier, which is actually kind of funny sometimes.
Oh, that's great. Do you ever guess correctly?
No. They tell you they tell the audience before.
Oh,
and so
okay.
You're seeing what they can do, but that's not the point. So anyway, Jubilee has this show called Surrounded, and the premise of that show is that it's one person that has one particular view, and they're going against 20 other people with the opposite or opposing view.
Yes.
And so that one person sits in the middle, and there are people who are sitting around who have the opposing view, and they all have their little flags and
basically they ask the question, and then you have to go and touch the chair. Whoever touches the chair first gets to speak to the person in the middle.
Exactly. And so this current or latest episode that just came out, it is titled, what was it? It was one black radical versus 20
black conservatives.
And the one person, the black radical of all, not of all black radicals, but the one I would say of our generation right now is Miss Amanda Seales.
Cleared.
Miss Amanda Seales.
8.
Now, if you do not know who Amanda Seales, please go and do your research. Just Google it, but I'll give you a little.
You probably do need to do your research.
Do your research. She is a very outspoken person, which I love. I love that she's outspoken, and she is not afraid to tell you how she feels.
I want some of that in me because sometimes I feel I don't want to hurt people's feelings. Not Amanda. I don't want her in me. I don't know if she's a lesbian or not. But sometimes I feel I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but Amanda's no. And I'm
she don't give a damn. She does not give a damn. So please Google who she is. And if you've seen the show Insecure, because we talked about Issa Rae earlier, she was on the show Issa Rae. She was on the show Insecure, which was written by Issa Rae, and she played the character that she played on Insecure completely different from her real life.
What season was she on? I've seen Insecure season 1 and 2. I haven't finished it yet. The pandemic happened, first of all.
Ma'am, she's been on all of the seasons.
She's in season 1?
She's one of the main supporting characters.
No, hold on. There's Issa, and then there's the friend who's messy, Molly. And there's a girl who goes growth.
That's Kelly.
Where the hell is Amanda?
She's Tiff. Oh my gosh, I cannot remember. I think it's Tiffany.
Girl, I got dementia.
I'm gonna let me look it up real quick. Ho. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second, because I'm gonna be really upset if I do not know this.
I know the boyfriend. I know basically what happened.
Lawrence.
Spoiler alert, he cheats on her.
Yeah, Tiffany. Oh, I was right. So side note, we gotta beef up your black shows, because you know all these other.
You need to text them to me. That's what you need to do.
No, you can get your ass on the internet and start looking.
You have no. I'm already working on one.
What's the main characters from?
Kashika.
All right, moving on. So Amanda Seales is a black radical, and that's her. That's what she proclaims herself to be, and so. It was a very interesting show.
It was very interesting.
And one of the first questions or her claim, so what happens is the person who is the one, they have these claims, and then the people around them come and debate the claim that they said.
Yeah.
So her first claim was, it's undeniable. Wait.
Yep.
The reparations are, it is undeniable that reparations are just and necessary.
I'll say
it one more time. It's undeniable that reparations are just and necessary. And what she means is that reparations for slaves who were slaves when slavery was
or
around.
just the black community as a whole today.
Yes.
Like today, they are still necessary and just, and that is
Yes.
her opinion. And then they have 20 other people who are going to argue why they're not whatever.
Yes.
I just want to say,
Yes.
they didn't know. They had no idea about reparations. They had no idea about anything, and they just said, "Who's going to pay for that?"
That was their main argument. Who's going to pay for this? Who's going to pay for this? Like,
I am so tired of people who are on that side of the fence always being like, how are we going to pay for this? Girl, you gave that bald man that does Amazon
money.
shipments.
There's money.
There's money everywhere. We can always find a way. But they were just
you.
like, no. And I love that she checked them on history immediately. She was like, when we interned the Japanese during World War II, we gave them money. We gave them to set back
They
up.
were just spewing out her. I'm just like, get them, girl. Get them, girl. Get them, girl.
She said publications. She said years. She said studies. Like, I mean, she really had her stuff in.
See, the one man, I think it was the first guy who got into the chair. He was trying, his argument was like, okay, but we give money to students, I think in Philadelphia or whoever.
Oh,
or Baltimore. They give about $13,000 or $18,000 per student to their students. But they do not see that their reading scores are going up or nothing. And so he's like, giving money to people is not going to do anything. And she's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like she's like, you cannot put that all through a vacuum. You cannot just say just because we're giving money, it's not going to do anything. Like, his whole argument was, I think, just about money and not wanting to give it to. I hated him.
They did want to give money, and I think a lot of people were like, why are like reparations even needed? And like, I think the discussion around like what America did in 1865 and letting all the slaves go, but then putting them into this Jim Crow era, Reconstruction, and then not giving them rights until 1865 is when the Civil War ended. 1863 is when the Emancipation Proclamation got done. Okay. I know my history.
There you go.
And then the Voting Acts of 1965, right? I believe so.
They'll clock us.
But like through that whole period, generations of people had to come up under racism. I mean, I know like everyone acts like racism is dead and gone now and whatever. It's like
that was one of their claims. That was one of their his name was Jordan. I wrote it down. That one dude who was just like, the reason why whatever, there's no black fathers in the home. I went
that was his first thing out of his mouth.
The first thing out of his mouth. I'm like, bruh, this is shout out to my dad. My parents are divorced. So I live with my mom. My dad was still in my life, but he did not live in the home. And that was his thing. Like, the black fathers are not in the home. I think I'm doing just fine.
Absolutely.
My dad was in my life. And if he wasn't, I still think I would do just fine. So his claim to that was he was an idiot. And he wasn't really even spewing facts. He was spewing more of just what he thinks or just like the stereotypical what facts. I'm like, bro, you are not spewing any facts. So what are you talking about?
Yeah. I mean, people were just misinformed all around. But the people who try to like come up there and be like, it's 2025. Racism no longer exists. We no longer have to deal with these things. So why are you still talking about it? Why are you still trying to get
government assistance? That was Jordan's dumbass.
Like, and he was like, but why? Like, all this doesn't exist. Like, the white man's fine. Everyone's fine. And it's like, you do have to understand that like you coming up here and saying racism is over is you just can't. There's nothing else that comes after that. Because like it still exists. There are people who are still financially not well because they live in certain areas that have been redlined, as Amanda pointed out.
Systematic racism. That was something that they were saying that's not real. They said that is not real.
How do people say that though? You can drive to like go to any major city, and you can go across the highway, and you obviously can tell that there's systematic racism.
Let's talk about Austin in general. So when I first moved to Austin, and one of my friends, Cindy, she used to live on the east side of Austin. And when I was talking, I was like, I just want to get more information about Austin. Like, like tell me more about it. She said, well, this used to be all black neighborhood.
Period.
I'm like
2007, all black.
All black. And then she's like, but you would not find a lot of black people who own their own homes over here. And it is very true. If you all travel to Austin, Texas, and you go to the east side of Austin, and if you don't know what it is, someone will take you there. It is nothing but it's gentrified.
Great food.
It is a great food, though.
You don't like Hoover's?
I've never been to Hoover's.
I went to Hoover's and I slept for 18 hours.
But that's not the point.
Oh,
that's not the point.
Go to Hoover's.
The point is that systematic racism is real. It's very real. Yeah. People who grew up, whose family generations were in East Austin, are now where? In Pflugerville, where I live. You know.
And then I just, the other people that were really pissed, really pissed me off, were like people who showed up and they were like, the claim that was black people are over policed and underfunded, basically.
Yes.
And they were like, well, why do black people do black on black crime, and why do black people represent 25% of the population in prisons, but 12% of the population generally? And I'm like, you have to understand that like people call cops on black people. People, even if it's black on black crime, there's a different way that is handled versus white on white crime.
Exactly.
Or higher income crime on higher income crime. There has been, I mean, Amanda said it on the show, police came out of slave chasers. They wanted to protect property, which was slavery back in the day. That's kind of where policing has come from. And if you have ever interacted with the police, you absolutely know they're there to protect property, and that's about it.
Well, let's scale this back then. Do you think that black people in America are, do you think we deserve reparations? What do you think?
I do think yes. I don't know
agree.
what that
I agree.
dollar figure is.
Exactly.
But I think we need to quantify it and say what it is supposed to solve. Because I want to know what it's supposed to solve, and I want to see it solved.
There was another, I guess, point from one of like the opposers. They were talking about, I think it was like the Japanese immigrant, how they received money for it because they were during World War II. They were in the
internment camps.
They were in internment camps, but when they were released, like they were given like I don't know how much money they were given.
It wasn't a massive amount of money, but it was enough.
They were given something.
They lost their homes or lost their livelihoods or lost their neighborhoods, so they gave them enough to like go back to where San Francisco and all the other areas and kind of like restart their lives because they were in those things for like 2 years, 2 to 3 years.
Right. And I think one of the points that the guys was making, he was like, but look what they're doing. They're doing things with their with the money, or they're not suffering the way the same black people are. And then Amanda still was like, I can't really speak to that because these were people who came here on their free will. And this is no shade to like Asian Americans because they should have never been in those camps at all. But black people were not, we didn't come here just because we wanted to come on vacation. Yeah. We were here because we were forced to come here. So it's like, you cannot use that as an argument. People need to watch this. It was
a really good watch. She did read one person in general.
Which one?
Where this guy was talking about you guys need to figure out what you guys are doing and but he was also a black person.
They all were black.
Yeah, but some of them were lighter skinned. But like,
oh, like you.
But like black Americans, a lot of them were black Americans. So he was talking about black Americans, how there's black on black crime and all these things. And then she asked like, where are your parents from? He said Sudan.
Oh.
And she was like, so where did you grow up? He was like, Maine. And she's like, and she's like, oh, so you're not even black American.
Matt Nuclear.
And like what he was basically saying
it wasn't Matt Nuclear. It was somebody else. But he was an idiot too on that.
He was an idiot. But he was basically saying that like you need to act better as a black American. You need to do all these things. And what her point was, how dare you come into the country and then talk about the black experience in the country that you were not born or raised in, and you need to understand before you criticize. And that is the main takeaway from her thing is you need to come and understand. If you have a full understanding of what Amanda is saying, then you can speak on it. You can talk about it. But if you don't have an understanding, you're just trying to be a contrarian, that is not where you need to be in this discussion to understand why people like I'll stop there. But if we did stuff to the Japanese back in the day and we did not give them things to rebuild their whatever and kept them under racism for many, many years, they would not be as well as they are now. And that's what the only thing we're asking for is a level playing field, not to give people advantages.
Exactly. And that's what her point was. Like, black people are not on the same level. We don't get the same resources. We don't have the same access as what I would say our white folks, they have more access than us, and that's what we're trying to get. And I think that's what reparations. And I do think that reparations are just. Yeah. But like you said, I don't know what that dollar amount is, and if it's not us, then who?
That's actually
truly. If it's not us, then who?
It's not our generation. It's gonna be the next generation. This problem is gonna keep going, and like it is a discussion I think we need to have and solve. Remuneration. Something like that.
It's still in my head.
We need to solve it.
The other point that the one that the poser thought, he was like, I just don't think it's cool to just give money to people who are at home smoking weed and playing video games. I'm like, you are
waking up about universal income. Let's go give everyone $2,000 a month. That's what we need to do.
But it's almost like, why do you think that that's every black person's like life?
Period.
Like you were making a blanket statement
that no fathers in the home.
Yes,
they're smoking weed.
He did a whole bunch of blanket statements. Like you cannot say that to win this argument. You cannot say that. Only thing you're saying are just stereotypes about black people. What other people say about us.
Yeah.
And
there's nothing wrong about talking about a community and what a community needs to further further themselves and talking about what that whole thing needs to shift. There's nothing wrong with that. I think people are like, why are you still talking about it? Girl, because it still exists. There's still ramifications from it. And we need to be able to talk about it freely. And if we always get shut down and people are like, no, don't talk about this. It's like, why don't you want to talk about this?
Exactly. Like, what's your issue with it? Like,
what's your problem here?
Are you uncomfortable? Like,
they're like, I don't want to be like, that orange Cheeto in the White House wants to erase all museums so that people can feel better about their history and where they came from.
People that still support him, I don't understand. And I'm pretty sure
you can support whoever you want, but it's not logical.
There was one girl on there who I actually did appreciate because she wasn't there to like. She actually had a decent conversation with Amanda Seales. Like, I think it was the third person.
She was very respectful.
She was very respectful. Yeah. I'm like, all these other people are there. They were. I know it was on the show, like, they're trying to get views, because I think it got up to like 1.7 million views.
It's a lot.
I get it. But, you don't have to make your point trying to yell at someone.
Yeah.
And they were all trying to like yell at her and just like, well, what about this? What about that? And then she was like, whoa.
She's like, if you want to be disrespectful, I can be disrespectful. I'm not going to let you talk over me, so I'm going to talk louder. And I was like, oh my God. Sorry, sound engineer. No,
you're good. You're good. I really do encourage the listeners, if you have time, please look up.
Very interesting conversation.
It's one black radical versus 20 conservatives. It is such an interesting topic. Sound off in the comments as well. Like, let us know what you think. And do you think black people deserve reparations or not? Like, let's why not?
And if you have a contrary opinion, I want to hear it, but you're wrong. That's fine.
Period.
That's
fine.
Like,
and you can say what you want to say, but this is our show. Right.
Absolutely.
All right. LeBron, you have something you want to talk about?
I have a messy thought. Yes. Just one. I want to say this to no company in particular, but I do have one in mind. If you do a 10% layoff of your staff, you need to do so in a better, respectful way. I have a friend who got laid off after many years of working there, and they basically were like, bye, girl, have a good day. Like, they literally here's a couple weeks of pay. You no longer have a job. Good luck in this job market.
So they gave her a severance package.
They gave her a tiny severance package. It's not something to live off in Austin, Texas, where you have to pay a fuck ton of money for rent. And I just want to say, we need to start treating these companies like fuckboys. Like, we need to recognize that companies are also fuckboys, and you need to fuck them on one night, or have your one night stands, get what you need out of them, and get the fuck out and use them for all they're worth. Like, companies there's none of this family, loyalty.
That's what I was going to say. Loyalty is not a thing. No. I don't know why people think because remember, our parents' generation, they're all about loyalty. Like, you need to
pensions.
You need to do this, you need to do that, and just show your loyalty to whoever you're working for. But for what? Because let me just know you this. If they can cut some costs and your job is one of the costs they can cut, they will do it. Just like your friend just got cut. And it's like, for what? You know what? Actually,
and they just record profits. I won't say the company, but record profits.
That actually just happened to my friend a couple months ago. They were laid off from GMC, and they were with the company, I think, for over 10 years.
They said, buy in an email, girl.
They said, someone was like, there's going to be some layoffs coming, but they was like, don't worry about it. You're going to be okay. He was like, are you sure?
They don't know. That's the thing. You don't know.
You don't know. And so he said, the next week or the next day, actually, tried to log in, couldn't log in.
Yep.
So it's like, why? Loyalty is not a thing. It's not a thing. So
there's no loyalty. So treat these motherfuckers like fuckboys. Get what you need out of them. Steal the snacks in the snack room. And
get all the Red Bull.
And I think we should make it a constitutional amendment. If you get laid off from a corporation who makes record profits, you're allowed to steal the desk, the mouse, the keyboard, the monitor, and the laptop.
The bellman too.
You can take it all home.
Take the bellman.
Because we need you know how you would steal a shirt from a man after you leave his house because you want to smell a little bit?
I don't steal. I
would do it. We need to allow workers to steal from corporations. That is all I'm saying. I don't work at a corporation.
And on that note,
we're done. We're done.
Nice seeing you.